gotta ditch the run. Still waiting on the donut. 10-4. Roger that.
Oh! Wow, pop it onto a thumb drive and my work is done. And the information is from the publisher. So you know it's gotta be good.
Yeah! I can't wait for this class.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Today, we're going to cover storage definitions and a review. Bits can represent numbers, letters, or images, or any other thing on the computer can generate. A byte is 8 bits.
Class dismissed.
Hello? We'll be right there.
Definitely seen this before.
Definitely death by PowerPoint.
And in local education news, today a professor at a university was taken into custody after a thrilling golf cart chase across campus. FNA has obtained exclusive footage of the chase and the professor being led into the security office for questioning. I must warn our audience, this footage may be disturbing to some viewers.
Situation under control. Okay, back up, back. Police business.
The professor, whose name the police have yet to release, has been accused of literally, and yes, I actually mean literally, boring a class to death. We have unconfirmed reports this was another case of death by PowerPoint. Our reporter, Fox O'Reilly, is on the scene and has a report.
I have an eyewitness account from somebody who was in today's doomed classroom. I see that you are still a little shooken up. Tell me, how did you survive today's tragedy?
Well, it was crazy in there, man. The PowerPoint was just so bad. I was just looking at my cell phone, updating my Insta Twitter book, and I looked up, and all my classmates were exploding.
Somehow you were able to survive this explosion. How did you do it?
Well, I had to think fast. I knew I had to get out of there. So I thought of an excuse to get out of class. I remembered all the beers I was having with my buddy last night over at Old School Pizza, so I used that as an excuse to get out of class.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Ari, back to you.
But I'm innocent, I swear. I got them from the publisher.
Not feeling so well, Doctor? No. It's okay. But look how do you think this girl felt in the front row when she sent this text? Call 911.
What's the matter, boy? We got you.
I'm sorry.
Dead to rights, boy. What's the matter? You feeling sleepy, boy? Let me read it to you. This is just what you all sound like.
Oh no.
PowerPoint death is a criticism of slide-based presentations referring to a state of boredom and fatigue.
Now it's time to wake up, boy.
Okay, Sergeant, that's enough. It's okay. We've all been there, buddy. We've all been there. You don't have enough time. You take a shortcut. You get some publisher PowerPoints. It's okay. Didn't you read them? Because you're a great reader. We all know that. We know that. Yes. You just didn't know about the new rules of PowerPoint. I can help you. We can help you.
Okay, thank you. I don't have to go to jail for boring my class to death.
Well, that depends on how you cooperate with your own rehabilitation.
Okay, I will.
First new rule is to use high-resolution pictures. Fill the screen.
Use pictures that help tell your story. Remember, when using presentation software such as PowerPoint or Keynote, everything should support your objective. Pictures help with this because students can still pay attention to what you are saying while they look at the picture. You see, humans process information from presentations via 2 channels, or so says Dr. Richard Mayer from the University of California in his paper on the cognitive theory of multimedia learning. One of these is the visual channel, where you absorb information with your eyes. The other is the auditory channel, where you absorb information with your ears. When a presenter reads a slide verbatim, it's fairly easy to read along. The audience is using both their visual and auditory channels together. However, this is not very active and can induce a sleepy audience. They will see the information, but they won't be motivated to understand it. Just reading slides, therefore, will diminish learning. Also, if you have an entire slide of words and you deviate from those words while reading, even for a second, your audience will have a hard time processing the information. The 2 channels will be in conflict. The visual channel sees one thing and the auditory channel hears something else. This causes interference and diminishes learning. This is why pictures and fewer words on the slide encourages learning. Visually, large, high-resolution pictures provide the motivation for students to engage in your presentation, and your audience will assign meaning, making it a much more active process for them. This is not to say that you can't use words on your slide, because you can. Just keep it concise. Try using no more than 6 words per slide. This is the second new rule of PowerPoint. Use 6 words or less per slide. Your audience will adore you for it, and they will show their adoration with their attention.
Only 6 words per slide? Then how will I give my students all the facts about the subject?
There's no hope for this one. Let's just throw him in the hoosegow.
Not yet.
You may think your presentation is just about the facts. It isn't. Your presentation should be about communicating meaning. Tell stories, not just facts. If you go on and on about data, you will put your audience to sleep. Tell them the story of the data collection, what it means to someone, what the ramifications are, etc. A subject matter expert such as yourself should have plenty of stories to tell.
But...
One more butt out of you, and I'm gonna throw you out of the room by it. Listen to the man. He's only trying to help you.
Okay.
How about this one?
Yeah, that looks good.
Have you ever been given a PowerPoint slideshow as a handout? I bet you felt like you could have just read it yourself. Happens to me all the time. This is the main reason people, like you, read their PowerPoints instead of preparing for their presentation.
Your presentation is not a handout. Your presentation's not a handout. Your presentation's not a handout!
Hey, take it easy. He's right.
Don't insult your audience with giving them the presentation in printed form. A PowerPoint presentation requires 2 things: the slides glowing on the screen and the person giving the presentation. You can't separate the 2 and expect it to work. It doesn't. If you want to create a handout, do so in a software more suited to that, like a word processor. Otherwise, record yourself giving the presentation. Share the recording in your learning management system. Don't just post your slides. That's half the message. Show your audience the entire presentation, not just a handout. Remember, the goal is to have a successful presentation where your audience actually remembers the information, leaves them wanting to learn more, and returns the next time, not dreading your class. Listen, I have some good news for you. We know that all these rules will be hard to follow, so we want you to break them at least once per presentation.
Really?
I know all you professors have a naughty streak, so streak it up, buddy.
Yeah, go streaking, Professor.
Anyway, just remember, you want to meet your objectives, you want the information to be memorable, and you want your audience to be motivated to learn more. You aren't the information, you are merely the conduit to it. Make them care about the subject so much that they take it upon themselves to learn more than ever.
Yeah, now get out of here, Professor. I don't want to see you again. Next time we won't be so easy on y'all.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And that completes my presentation for today. You can find the presentations and the handouts online in Canvas. You guys have a wonderful weekend.
How's it going, Dr. Laggard?
Just fine. Why don't you ask this guy?
This guy's come a long way. There's hope for him yet. A matter of fact, his class is so good that even I want to take it. Imagine that.
Awesome.